Presenting Benny Goodman and his music.
For tonight's little lesson in chamber music, the trio sends you the swing school version of the popular new Sailboat in the Moonlight.
Here it is, all for you, students. Just listen. We told you that the school was going to be different tonight. Well, the singing department has been playing with nursery rhymes all week, and tonight the kiddies are going to swing Mother Goose.
Mother Goose marches on.
I did the fiddle and the cat and the fiddle and the cow jumped over the moon. Oh, I did the fiddle and the cat and the fiddle and the kids ran away with the spoon. Like a little kid will start to croon, Mother Goose's favorite tune. Oh, I did a diddle and the cat and the fiddle and the cow jumped over the moon. Years gone by when kids would cry, Mother sang a lullaby.
But kiddies nowadays have the rhythm craze, even in the nursery. Now when the Sandman comes to call, every little kiddie's all sing.
I did a little cat and the fiddle and the cow jumped over the moon. Oh, when the fiddle and the cat and the fiddle and the cow jumped over the moon. This is how the little kitties sing, now that Mother Goose can swing. Right off the fiddle you will see Goose the fiddle, let's hide these little in sight.
Mother Goose marches on.
Peter, pumpkin leader had a wife and couldn't keep from swinging
Swinging,
and singing.
singing, he would go,
Side to side, down,
he couldn't go.
side to side, down.
Oh, Peter couldn't swing to save his life.
And that is how he loved his wife.
Mother Goose marches on.
Little boy blue, come blow your horn. The sheep's in the meadow, the cow's in the corn. Where's the little boy who was so
Cow jumped over the moon.
Dick ran away with the spoon. Tommy got the things in a minor key. Now we'll swing in harmony. Heidi, hi, diddle, diddle, and the cat and the fiddle and the cow jumps over the cow jumps over the moon.
Well, here they come, dudes. That dizzy dame Eve Sully and the man she's driven daffy, Jesse Block. To Miss Eve Sully, this is Professor Benny Goodman.
Hello.
It's a pleasure, I'm sure, Miss Sully. I've met Jesse Block before. How are you, Jesse?
Well, I was okay when I first came here, Benny, but I don't... Sully, I might add that Professor Goodman is the world's greatest clarinetist.
Oh, he is? What instrument does he play?
He plays the clarinet. He's a virtuoso.
Well, he looks like an American to me.
He is an American. Why don't you step up on the platform and sing a song for the students?
Sing a song?
That's right.
Oh, no. I won't get on any platform. Why, once my uncle got on the platform, and in 5 minutes he was dead.
Why, what happened?
Somebody sprang the trap. And boy, did he swing.
Well, go ahead, Eve. Sing, swing, anything. Swing, Benny, swing. Swing, Benny, swing. When cold winter comes and we are all out of wood, why should we call up the woodmen?
I'll just tune in Benny Goodman.
That music what you need. Swing, Benny, swing.
He'll take old Mr. Blues away.
The devil is afraid of music with that certain swing. So good we don't want any.
Gosh, you're so grand, Benny.
Stand up and swing, Benny, swing.
The mailman's been lugging in those requests for the swing choice of the week. And the voters in a body went for more Sing, Sing, Sing. You know, we gave you the first installment, but it wasn't enough. Tonight we cut the pages of Volume 2, a super edition that goes on and up from where we left off and contains a complete jam session in one easy lesson. Part 2, Sing, Sing, Sing.
And Gruber's on his way.
at that time, Kate. And that's tonight's session of Benny Goodman School Stews, brought to you by the makers of Camel cigarettes. Next week, we'll have another surprise for you when the famous comedian from the Metropolitan Opera Company, Marek Windheim, shows up at the school. So make sure you're with us then, and be sure to get in your requests for next week's Killer Diller. The number one tobacco with the great brotherhood of pipe smokers is that mild, tasty, crimp-cut, and no-bite tobacco, Prince Albert. And that's a cue for you occasional pipe smokers. Try Prince Albert and become a steady, happy pipe fan. And so the Camel Caravan rolls on with Benny Goodman Swing School. And remember, camels set you right.
This is Benny Goodman saying good night for camels. See you next Tuesday.
This is Bill Goodwin speaking. Good night. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System. Get a lift with a camel. Camel Cigarettes presents Benny Goodman Swing School, the Tuesday night roundup of everybody who wants to get a lift with the new pulsating music of youth, swing. Tonight, the King of Swing presents the world's greatest swing band, the Goodman Instrumental Trio and Quartet, and Meyer Alexander's Swing Chorus. Also, another new student, the celebrated tenor Marek Windheim, leading comedian of the Metropolitan Opera Company. All brought to you by the makers of Camel Cigarettes.
Good evening, everybody. This is Benny Goodman speaking for Camel Cigarettes and inviting you to the swing school.
Well, what's the course in syncopated knowledge tonight, Professor?
Well, I'll tell you, Professor Dr. Goodwin. Lots of people have the wrong idea about swing music. Yes, sir. It doesn't have to be either fast or noisy. And just to prove it, we're going to swing a waltz. It's one of the sweetest melodies written in the past 20 years. The beautiful Naughty Waltz. Pianissimo, boys, lightly.
And here's the professor with more proof that swing is a definite style of music, not just noise and speed. Here's a typical example of restrained swing, and it's really mellow. The Goodman treatment of a brand new goodie, Satan Takes a Holiday.
Give the devil his dues, boys.
While the rest of the faculty light up their camels, Professor Goodman and Doctors Krupa and Wilson go into a huddle to present the swing school's patented brand of chamber music. It's a smooth blend of the piano, clarinet, and drums, swinging the romantic new melody, so rare. know, we've never taken you out on the swing school campus. So let's stroll around and listen in on a couple of students in the moonlight.
Gee, it's awful late, Bob. We'll have to go.
Oh, stay a little longer, Mary.
I'm afraid I'll be locked out.
I'll boost you in through the back window.
Bob, look, a star dropping. Make a wish.
I did.
What, Bob?
Well, it won't come true if I tell.
Can it come true without me?
No, honey. Not my wish.
Uh-huh. Go on, tell me.
Will you stay here and listen?
Yeah, we can smoke.
All right. Here's a camel, honey.
Let's have another cigarette before we say goodnight again.
And incidentally, dear, if I'm not too bold, I'd like to hold you tight again.
Let's have another cigarette.
A puff or two or three with me. I'm in a sentimental sort of a mood. I wish that you'd agree with me. We'll blow a cloud of smoke up to the sky.
The moon will get smoke in his eyes.
We'll kiss and then we'll kiss again. It's proper moonlight etiquette to love and love and love again. We ought to say goodnight and yet let's have another cigarette. Will Madame have a cigarette? If I'm not too bold, would you share this lovely view? Is there room for you? Do you mind? Haven't we met somewhere before Italy? The Riviera was a trance and Moritz percent. May I have this chance? You're so kind. Ra-da-da-da. Hey, I say I adore you. Ta-da-da-da-da-one. Heavenly hour, I implore you. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Shall we say 7:30 on Saturday? On the demo, look forward to common times with you. A delightful cocktail or two. And a cigarette. You and a cigarette. It's proper moonlight etiquette. To love and love and love again. We ought to say goodnight and yet let's have another
Students, the Board of Trustees has discovered that old honky-tonk swing-time bell Liza is rootin' and tootin' again. Doctors Wilson, Hampton, Krupa, and the professor will now show us that swing is a matter of spirit and not age.
Right on. Take Liza across the railroad track, boys.
Tonight, Stooge, we have a very, very unusual new student making his first visit to the swing school. He's the celebrated tenor Marek Windheim, known throughout Europe and America for the many famous comedy roles he created with the Metropolitan Opera. Here he is, Marek Windheim.
Once upon the Volga, I was captive with mine Olga. Oh, but now my heart is sad, I cannot see. And now they're swinging on the Volga, and I can't support mine Olga just because I don't know how to swing. I can dance Kozatski, but swing it I cannot see. Business is not so hotty, because I haven't got the rhythm. Before Moscow learned to sing, this is how I used to sing. You understand, Professor Goodman, I was the richest singer on the river, but now I haven't got a ruble, and I don't want to cause no trouble. But please, won't you take a bugle, diddle 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 day, and teach me that I shall sing.
Okay, listen, we'll show you how.
Take this back with you to old Moscow.
Yo-ho-dee-ho-ho, yo-ho-dee-ho-ho.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what he's talking about, so we will sing now.
I hope Moscow's listening to the way I swing.
Yes, and we'll all hear that fine. We'll get right inside your brain. Swing high and swing low, just let yourself go.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yo-ho-dee-ho-ho.
Nizhny Novgorod. Ooh, yowzer.
Now you can't go back to Walter. You need to watch them just and you wish you had stayed on your Volga. Now that you learned to swing.
was Chloe, trucking on down through the swampland. And that winds up another session of Benny Goodman Swing School, sent to you each Tuesday night by the makers of Camel Cigarettes. Don't cut class next week. Our English fellow student, Pat O'Malley, has been checking the public pulse on sweet and hot music, and he'll give us his report next Tuesday. Meanwhile, send in your report on a choice for next week's killer. Don't forget.
This is Benny Goodman saying good night for Camels. See you next Tuesday.
And so the Camel Caravan rolls on with Benny Goodman Swing School. And remember, camels set you right. Let's have another cigarette is from the new RKO picture, The Life of the Party. Lyrics by Herbert Magidson, music by Ali Rubel. Bill Goodwin speaking. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System. Get a lift with the Camel. Camel Cigarettes present Benny Goodman Swing School, the Tuesday evening rally of everybody everywhere who gets a lift from the new pulsating music of youth, swing. Tonight, the King of Swing presents the world's greatest swing band, the Goodman Instrumental Trio and Quartet, and the Camel Swing Chorus under the direction of Meyer Alexander. And back from his travels over America, Pat O'Malley, our English fellow student, whose reception several weeks ago demanded another appearance. All brought to you by the makers of Camel Cigarettes.
Hello, Stu. This is Benny Goodman speaking for Camel Cigarettes and calling the roll for the swing school.
Well, what's in the rhythm reader for tonight, Professor?
Plenty, Doctor. Some of our students have been arguing about sweet and hot music. Tonight we're going to prove that swing music can be either sweet or hot. From our first lesson, we'll take Sometimes I'm Happy and Swing It Sweet. All right, boys, from the heart.
Professor Goodman and Doctors Wilson and Krupa have made an addition to the list of swing school chamber music classics. Clarinet, piano, and drums bring you the new sweet ballad, Cabin of Dreams.
All right, boys, let's play house.
The argument over sweet and hot music goes on, but they seem to be combining business with pleasure. Benny Goodman, the band, and the Camel Swing School Chorus are throwing a rush party for a 1925 heartthrobber who's been swimming in the fountain of youth. Bye-bye, pretty baby.
Maybe she got a lift with a camel, Doctor. Play her on, boys.
And Baltimore, Buffalo, Kankakee.
Golly, that's the one for me.
Remember now, when you're away, write a letter every day.
Watch your diet, don't eat sweets.
Careful,
When you cross the street,
and remember this.
everybody
Loves you, baby, and that's why we're warning you. Pretty baby, that city maybe. It's filled with dangers, don't talk to strangers. No matter what you do, don't forget your boyfriend's waiting for. He's waiting for you. Oh, baby, he's still waiting for you.
Yes, I'll be singing, baby, won't you please come home? Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'll call you on the telephone.
And every hour in the day, you're gonna hear me say, oh, baby, won't you please come?
Hail that red cap, there's the bell.
Got you kids has sure been swell.
Got your ticket?
Here's your grip.
And here's some camels for your trip.
Shadow creeps in your nose. Riders keep it, don't fall. In your sleep is fine, fine. Fine, fine. We'll be seeing you.
What's that board of trustees up to, Professor?
Well, we're doing the number tonight, Doctor, that brought the band together.
Explain further, Professor.
We all got together for the first time to play Stomping at the Savoy.
And?
And tonight the quartet plays it in an arrangement that is good and sweet, but still pretty warm.
Oh, yeah, but really stomping. And now we're really going to tackle this argument about sweet and hot music. Pat O'Malley, English swing school student, is back from a tour of America. He's presenting a report especially written for us by an honor student of the school, Eddie Lisbona.
Well, that settled the argument.
Oh, yes, Professor. I've been investigating America's attitude toward sweet and hot music, and I'm now prepared to give a complete musical report.
Okay, come out of your corner fighting, and no biting in the clinches.
The people want sweet music.
No, they do not. They want it hot. They'll have their fling.
All the people want swing.
I tell you, it's sweet music.
You think they know that this is the thing.
All the people want swing.
The best
our ballady. Take it for some melody. The people want sweet music.
You're all as if they want to live, that's why we sing.
Oh, the people want sweet. If only I could sing one song, I'd show you that you're wrong. Oh, we know sweet music can't be beat, but go ahead, brother, sing something sweet.
Something sweet.
I just want to sing you a song that is sweet. I'll sing along on a song, and my life is complete. We want music with a kick in it, music that has something slick in it.
Oh, Benny, play that thing, and we'll start to swing.
Oh, swing it high, swing it low, that's the way it ought to go. Swing it, da-da-do. Let me swing, oh, swing it high, swing it low, that's the way it ought to go. Swing it, da-da-da-da-da. Swing it high, swing it low, with a hidey-hidey-ho. Give them, da-da-do. So the people want swing music, hot tunes. They want to lift, oh, swing tunes. They want to lift, jam tunes. They want to lift, get a lift with a camel. That's what the people want. We know what the people want. Oh, the people want swing.
Get a lift with the camel. Camel Cigarettes present Benny Goodman Swing School, the Tuesday evening rally of everybody everywhere who gets a lift from the new pulsating music of youth, swing. Tonight, the King of Swing presents the world's greatest swing band, the Goodman Instrumental Trio and Quartet, and the Camel Swing Chorus under the direction of Meyer Alexander. And our English fellow student, Pat O'Malley, offers a little postgraduate work in swing. All brought to you by the makers of Camel Cigarettes. And here's the King.
Good evening, students. This is Benny Goodman speaking for Camel Cigarettes. Welcome again to the Swing School. And now, students, here's a real innovation. To round out our course in basic rhythm, tonight we're going to enter a new field. You are about to hear the first Goodman rumba. La cucaracha swung to a new high, I hope.
I hope it's still a rumba.
together, fine in their way, but it's time to remind you we're still in the swing school. And here's the professor with Drs. Wilson and Krupa from the Chamber Music Department with Whispers in the Dark, to be cataloged as a modern American foxtrot.
Whisper it, boys, but not too quietly.
We couldn't present a basic rhythm recital without a waltz. To the kids of the high-wheel bicycle days, the Blue Danube was a solid sin. And here's a swing school treatment by the band and the Camel Chorus. Are you in that gay 90s groove, Professor?
Doctor, the gas is lit.
We'll turn it way up high, Gate.
And it doesn't care who's feeling light as a breeze. Breeze along with a breeze. As it swings through the trees. Through the linden trees. And you go be a knee. Be a knee in a big way when once you hear them play.
And here's a rhythm that's really basic. By way of New Orleans honky-tonks and early jazz, it has worked its way up to the Goodman Instrumental Quartet. Vibraphone Blues, by courtesy of the Board of Trustees, Drs. Hampton, Wilson, Krupa, and the Professor.
Take it down south, boys. And now, Lionel, will you do some enlightening on this subject?
Yes, now, if the blues was whiskey, I would stay drunk all the time. Now, if the blues was whiskey, I would stay drunk all the time. And if I get drunk, I would leave you behind. I'll leave you behind. Now swing it, Mr. Goodman. Swing it a long, long time. Play it, Mr. Wilson. Play it a long, long time. And when Mr. Cooper beats those riffs, he don't let you down. Yes, yes.
Our swing school listeners like Pat O'Malley so well, and we're glad to say Pat likes the school so well that we've induced him to stay over for another week. Tonight he has a swing-copated symposium on the state of swing in England. It was written by Harry Barrett of the original Rhythm Boys, who is now a swing school student in high standing, and by Joe McCarty. Come on over here, Pat.
Right-o with you, old boy, old thing.
Say, Pat, can you give us any help in our basic rhythm course?
Well, I can jolly well tell you what you and swing are doing to rhythm in England, Professor Goodman.
Okay, Pat. The school is waiting to hear.
Personality, this great man of melody, everyone is listening to our friend.
He's a man of wild acclaim. Everybody knows his name. That king of swing, Benny Goodman and his band.
Tell us more about the swing. It's the most important thing. Everyone is listening to our friend.
Oh, he can play them hot and sweet. He's a man who can't be beat. This king of swing, Benny Goodman and his band. Far across the broad Atlantic, it has set the people frantic. And in dear old London, it's a great sensation. And from confidential sources, why, the man who drove the king's horses, I've been told they even swung the coronation. So when trouble gets you down, you had better go to town before worry gets to be your big obsession. Get yourself right in the groove, right away you will improve. There's no tonic like a good old jammy session. Way now you're gazing on a Briton. That swing bug has really bitten. It has left me with a very strange emotion. I'll pass up my tea and crumpet just to hear the blare of trumpet, something that I never did across the ocean. Everyone be as quiet as a mouse. Oh, the band is going barrel house. Now they're mucking light. Now they're mucking heavy. It's New York at night. Oh, now be down around the levee. Just hear those cats as they lick their chops. Oh, the way they swing is really top. They're really talking it. They're really rocking it. They're making Mr. Trouble scram. Oh, I may be English bred, but I'm crazy about the Yankee Jam. Toodaloo. Oh, cheery ho ho. I said bye-bye.
And that means recess for Benny Goodman Swing School until this same time next week.
This is Benny Goodman, Suits, back to say good night for Camels in the Swing School. We'll be waiting for you next Tuesday with Mildred Bailey and Red Norval.
And, Suits, here's a special announcement. Look in Radio Mirror magazine for details of a Swing School Limerick contest. First prize, a free trip to Hollywood. Whispers in the Dark is from Artists and Models. And so the Camel Caravan rolls on with Benny Goodman Swing School. And remember, camels set you right. Bill Goodwin speaking. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Music by Benny Goodman and his orchestra. This program, devoted to popular dance numbers, is coming to you direct from the Mad Hatton Room in the Hotel Pennsylvania, 33rd Street and 7th Avenue, New York City, where Benny Goodman and his orchestra are now appearing. Tonight's vocalist will be Martha Tilden. You're listening to a program of dance music being played by Benny Goodman and his orchestra in the Mad Hatton Room of the Hotel Pennsylvania, 33rd Street and 7th Avenue, New York City.